What's up guys, I am back with part 10 on how to build this mansion, and in this video I'm going to be doing the layout for the interior on the first floor of the building. Okay, so just for right now you're going to need some blocks of quartz, light gray concrete, white concrete, spruce wood, pillar quartz blocks, and some buttons. And I would also recommend grabbing a potion of swiftness and a potion of night vision. So the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is just use my potion of night vision as well as my potion of swiftness, and I'm gonna switch to my blocks of quartz, and I'm gonna fill in all of this space within this big area as well as these hallways. These are going to be the floors. So we could just stop it right around here, right on the edge, somewhere around here. It doesn't have to be all the way on the edge, but just make sure to bring it down these hallways. So once again, these are going to be the floors for this big open area, as well as the hallways for the first floor. And you just want to make sure it's on the same layer as this stone that you put on the exterior of the building. So I'm gonna fill all of this in. Oh, by the way, if you actually decided to not put this upper layer around the house, then you're probably going to need to just cut out all the grass and replace it with blocks of quartz. But if you did what I did and raised the house with the big shape, then all you want to do is just bring all the blocks of quartz right along the edge of, oh, delete that, right along the edge of these stone blocks, so on the same layer as that. So you just walk from the stone blocks right to the blocks of quartz through the doorway. So I'm gonna fill all of this big open area in, as well as the hallways, and I'll see you guys when I have it done. Okay, so I filled in all of this space with my blocks of quartz. So once again, these are going to be the floors for the big open area as well as the hallways. Okay, now let's bring up the walls so we cover up all of this end stone brick and that gray concrete and quartz for the windows. So you're going to want to now use your light gray concrete, your white concrete, and your spruce wood. And let's go ahead and just place all of these walls anywhere that we see end stone brick. So first off, let's start with our light gray concrete, and I'm gonna go at the bottom and just wrap this all the way around. You also want to make sure to go in the hallways as well. So here, let's bring this out one more block, and then we can stop it right there on the edge. And then let's go to this side and do the same thing. Fill in the corners here, but we're not going to be filling in the corners up here. So right here, you don't want to fill in that corner, you just want to leave it empty, as well as that one. So fill in this corner, bring this across until the edge, go to this side, skip the door, fill in that corner, and then I think we're just bringing this right across up until there, for now at least. Okay, next let's switch to our spruce wood and just place one layer on top of this light gray concrete. Okay, I almost went all the way around. I got this last strip. Okay, there we go. And make sure you didn't cover up any windows. I did that like one time. I had to delete them, but I think I'm good. I don't think I covered any up. I sometimes tend to do that. Like for example, I'll just leave a block right there without noticing it until later on. Okay, now let's switch to our white concrete and place one layer on top of the spruce wood. Okay, there we go. So you should have a pattern like that. So one layer of light gray concrete, one layer of spruce wood, and one layer of white concrete all the way around for this area. Okay, now after you have those 3 layers all the way around, as well as the hallways, you then just want to add 3 more layers of gray concrete on top of all of that, all the way around. Make sure to cover up the 2 spaces above the windows as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and I'll see you guys when I have it done. Okay, so I went all the way around, and now I have the walls brought up for this area. Okay, now continue with your gray concrete, and starting at this front door area, you can still see some end stone here. So what we want to do is use our light gray concrete, place 3 like that, and then on the inner block you could place 4, so there's 1 extra block. Let's go ahead and do the same thing over here. So 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can use our spruce wood and our white concrete to continue doing the, what would it be, the pattern, my bad. And then on top of this, a layer of white concrete. And then after that, we want to continue using our light gray concrete for 3 more layers. Okay, there we go. So now, when you walk through the front door, you have 3 spaces here, and then the 1 block remaining on each side. Alright guys, I started doing the ceiling, but then I realized we still need 1 more block of light gray concrete. So you should have 4 total blocks above the white concrete. So I'm gonna place 1 more. I'm not sure if I said that before or if I just totally forgot to add an extra layer, but 4 spaces above the layer of white concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't know if I said that. I think I said 3 layers. So just make sure to have 4, and then we can start doing our ceilings. And it looks like we could delete, let's go ahead and delete these layers of end stone brick, and I'll just delete it all the way up until we reach that white concrete. We could also delete it right along all the stone brick. Okay, so we're basically just like carving out a hole like that. Let's replace this with light gray as well as this one. Alright, let's go to this side and do the same thing. So go from the inside, and you could just basically carve right around all the stone brick. Okay, there we go. So let me head back to this side, and I'm just going to bring 1 more layer of light gray concrete all the way around. Alright, there we go. So 4 layers in total of light gray concrete on top of the white concrete. Now we can switch to our white concrete, and I'm going to start doing the ceilings. So keep in mind, we are going to have a big open area for the middle. So we're just going to cover up the ceilings for the right and left side. So I'll start over here. And I just want to, we're starting this corner, and I want to bring this along until I just have 2 spaces remaining after this window right here. So as you can see, I have 2 spaces, and then the edge of this white concrete. Let's bring this across so we know exactly where we're going to be stopping it. And then we know the actual area where we're going to have our ceilings. So this side right here is where we're going to have a balcony. And then we're going to have like our quartz pillars and stuff. So that is where it's going to stop. Once again, just 2 spaces after this window. Alright, let's fill all of this in. And you could also bring this through the hallway area as well. And we'll just stop it right here for now, and then we'll probably just continue it when we do all of these rooms. But just right now, let's just stop it where we stopped everything else. Okay, so now I have this side all filled in, and just make sure you have 2 spaces above these windows. Alright, now I'm gonna head over to this side and do the same thing. So at the top layer of this light gray concrete, you want to make sure to overhang it an extra 2 blocks from this window. We'll bring this across and we'll fill all of this in as well. And I'm actually going to use my potion of swiftness. I would recommend you doing the same. So I'm going to get this done, and then we can head on to the next step. Alright, there we go. Now we have this side as well as that one. So that is what we got so far. Alright, now let's switch to our pillar quartz blocks and our buttons so we can start doing the door frames. So I'll start at the back door first, and I want to delete 1 block all the way around this doorway so we can then place our pillar quartz blocks. So I'm going to place 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side, and then the corner block is going to be turned like that so we can see like the inside of the block. And then the middle ones just right across, so they're sideways. And then on those corners, we're going to place some stone buttons. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing for this hallway door over here. So I have to cut around the doorway, and then replace it with the pillar quartz blocks and the buttons. Alright, there we go. Let's head on over to the other side and do the same thing. Okay, so now we have the door frames for those doors, like the exterior doors basically. Now, I'm gonna do this little hallway doorway here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side, right along the edge of these walls, and then a block so we could see like the inside of the block. Okay, we could bring this across and then put some, whoops, put some buttons. Alright, actually, oh yeah, okay, never mind. Let's fill in this empty space with a layer of light gray concrete, because I'm gonna have some quartz stairs around the border, so it's gonna act as crown molding. So you do want to make sure you have 1 block of space above the doorway from the ceiling, like that. Okay, let's head on over to this side. Let's first just place 1 layer of light gray concrete, and then we can do our door frame. So 4 spaces. And then the 5th one is going to be the corner, so it's going to turn sideways. And then we can fill in the middle space and then cover this up with buttons again. Alright, now we're going to have a big doorway for the front door. So, pillar quartz block, starting right here at the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the corner with our pillar quartz block again sideways. And then we could bring this across and cover up the corners with some stone buttons once again. Okay, so as you can see, we have this big empty space. So let's just go ahead and patch that up with 2 layers of light gray concrete. And we are going to be bringing this wall, since this is a big open area, we're going to be bringing the wall up to the second floor. But since I'm only going to be doing the first floor for this video, I'm just going to leave it like that for now. And let's actually go into the front door. Let's use our white concrete and fill in the ceilings here. So on the same layer as this quartz on the exterior, we can just bring this all the way around, fill all of this in. So this is going to be our ceilings for this little area. And we could bring it into this little spot here as well. So let me fill all of this in, and then we can head on to the next step. Okay, there we go. So we have all that patched up, and then we have all our door frames, and then the ceilings here, as well as our walls for this big area. Alright, now let's just head over to the left side. So we have this hallway right here, and I'm going to continue bringing these walls through this room. And in the other house, I actually had different colored walls in these rooms, but I'm just going to continue bringing these walls across. But if you want different colors in here, then you can feel free to do that. So I'm going to use my light gray concrete, start at the bottom block. So we got this wall here where we left off. I'm going to bring this across until we reach the edge of that end stone. And we'll do the same to this side. And then we want to turn it and make sure to line up with those pillar quartz blocks that we have out there. So we could do the same thing on this side. Okay, so now we're going to have a bathroom here. So what you're going to want to do is just leave 2 spaces on this side. And then you could just bring this right across. And it's going to meet up with this, so we could bring this across. Okay, so this area right here is going to be a bathroom with different colored walls. And then we just have these blocks, 2 spaces, and then we brought it across. Okay, so that's going to be this room. And we're going to have a doorway here for the bathroom and a doorway here for the garage. But just for right now, let's go ahead and just bring these walls up. So I'm going to switch to my spruce wood, place a layer, just 1 layer on top of this layer of light gray concrete. Alright, and then a layer of white concrete. And then 4 more layers of light gray on top of the white. Okay, there we go. I went around and filled in all that space with light gray concrete. Let's actually delete this for now. I'm not sure if that's going to stay. I think that might just be covered up with the ceiling. Yeah. Okay, so I went around and filled in this little room with that pattern. Okay, now for this room, let's go ahead and start cutting out where we want our doorways. So let's do the bathroom one first. So we have this wall towards the back side. And I want to leave 1 block of space on this wall, and then we could cut out 4 for our doorway. Make sure to bring it 5 blocks in height. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 block of space right there on the corner. So that's going to be the doorway for the bathroom. And then we want our doorway for the garage. So starting at this wall towards the hallway, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we could cut out 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is going to be our doorway for the garage. 5 blocks in height once again. Okay, now let's switch to our pillar quartz block. We want this to be doubled up because we have the walls doubled up. So you could bring it in towards the bathroom here, like that. Do the same on this side. fill in the middle. So now we have that doorway for the bathroom. And then we're going to put all our walls that are going to be a different color in here. We could cover this up, the corners at least, with buttons. And there we go. Now let's do our doorway for the open area here. So switch back to your pillar quartz block. I'm going to start right here on the edge of this block. And I want to place the same amount. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have this one turned like that. Bring this across. And this doorway is going to be 3 blocks wide. And then bring it down to the same layer as that. And then it's also going to be 3 blocks thick. Okay, so there we go. Now we have that doorway for the outside area. Alright, let's cover up the corners with buttons. And actually what I think I did at the other house... Oh. Yeah, I don't think I brought it out that far. I think it was only 2 blocks thick. I thought I brought it out to that. Let me check real quick. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so we're good. So right where it is right now, just 2 blocks thick. And it's like right underneath these quartz stairs. And we still have 2 spaces here. Okay, and then it's right on the edge from the inside. Alright, now let's actually cover this up with some layers of light gray concrete as well. And then let's do our door frame for this door for the garage. Alright, and this is going to be doubled up as well, so you could go from the inside of the garage and put an extra layer behind this. Okay, cover up the corners with some buttons. And then let's do our last doorway here. So right along the edge of this wall, we could have our doorway. And then you could also see... Oh wait, that's too high. Right here. You could also see that we still have 3 spaces remaining from this window here. And then we have our door frame. So we have... Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then our 5th block is the corner. Okay, let's cover up the corners with some buttons. And let's cover up the top of the door with 2 layers of light gray concrete. And there we go. Now we have this room with the walls done. Okay, now let's do the walls for the bathroom. So I'm just gonna grab some light blue concrete. I'm gonna start from the inside, fill in these 2 spaces right along the edge of the door frame. Wrap this all the way around to the other side. So right along the edge of that end stone brick, and fill all of this in. Okay. Now let's place the rest of the layers on top of this until we match with the same layer as this light gray concrete. Oh, whoops, don't cover up the windows. Okay, there we go. We have the walls for this bathroom now. The next thing I'm going to do are the floors. So you could grab some... I'm just going to use some dark oak planks. Let me use my potion. And I'll start in this room here. And I just want to fill all of this space in with some dark oak planks. And we could bring it in 1 extra block. So like halfway through the doorway, like that. And then the other half is going to be some quartz. And then you could do the same here. So half of the doorway with wood, and then the exterior out here is just going to be stone. So let me fill all of this in, and then we could do the bathroom. Alright, I'm just finishing up this room, and as you can see, I brought it halfway through the doorway for the garage as well. So now let's do the bathroom. So I'm then going to grab some chiseled quartz blocks, and I'll just replace the dark oak planks for now. And then I'm going to fill all of the floors in for the bathroom. Alright, there we go. So now we have this entire area done. Still have to do the ceilings. But then what we have left is the garage and that side. And then I'm thinking I'm just going to end it there. I feel like I've been recording long enough. And then in the next video, we could do all of this space on this side. And then I'm also going to probably do the big area in the middle here, as well as like this little top layer. And then after that, we'll have one more video for the layout, which will be these hallways and this side, as well as that side. So yeah, like I said, the rest of this video is probably just going to be for the garage and that room over there. So first, before we head to that, let's switch to our white concrete and fill in our ceilings. So just at the top layer of the light gray concrete that we placed. You could do this for the bathroom as well, and then we can head on to the garage. Alright, there we go. Now I have the ceilings done. We can then head on to the garage. Alright, now for the garage, I'm only going to be using some white concrete and stone bricks. So the white concrete is going to be for the walls and the ceiling, and then the stone brick are going to be for the floors. So first off, let's head off to the back side, switch to our white concrete, and what I'm going to do is go right here on the edge of this end stone brick and bring a wall of white concrete right across. So this divides the garage and the room that we're going to have in here. Okay, now I'm going to continue wrapping this white concrete in between all of these garage doors like this. And then bring it right across this wall and around to the other side. Okay, like that. So this is going to be the area for the garage. Now I just want to bring this all the way up until we have one space above the garage doors, like that. And then right here we're going to have our ceilings. So we just want to bring it up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks in height. Okay, so I'm going to fill all of this space in, and then we could cover it up with our ceilings, and then fill in the floors with our stone bricks. Alright, oh hang on, I have this one spot here, and then I have the walls all filled in. Keep in mind, we're going to bring out an extra block right here. What? I thought I just used this. Okay. Well, I'm going to bring out an extra block in between the garage doors, and then I'm going to have like an arch in the middle to kind of add extra detail. But let's continue using our white concrete, and then we could go at the top block and cover up all of this space. So this is going to be the ceilings. Alright, now I covered up the space with my ceilings. Now I'm going to use my stone bricks and I'm going to do all of the floors. Okay, I'm just now finishing up with the floors, so there we go. Now, I'm going to use my white concrete, and wow, this looks weird without a door over there. What the heck? Okay, yeah, we still have to cut out a little doorway right there for that next room. Alright. I have my white concrete, and I'm gonna bring these spaces right in between the garage doors out one block, all the way up to the ceiling. So do this one as well. And we're not going to be worrying about those other sides. So that one and that one right up against the wall, let's just not even worry about those. So let's go ahead and do the same thing on this side. And then what we're going to want to do is bring it right across to the ceiling so it matches up with the other side. Alright, like that. Let's do the same thing over here. And then, still with our white concrete, let's fill in the corner here. And then fill in the sides around that corner, like that. So we have like this arch. So you can fill in the corner. And then underneath that block and above that block. The same thing here, so just 3 layers right in the corner like that. Okay, there we go. And now that's going to be it for the garage. Keep in mind we still have to put a bunch of sea lanterns and stuff throughout the house, but I'm not going to be really worried about that for right now. But the next thing we're going to do is carve out the door and start doing that room at the edge of the garage. Okay, real quick, one more thing for the garage is we want to bring these spaces out one more block. The only thing we're not going to be doing is having the arch. So we have it one block of space out on that side as well as this side. So it's just evened out with those middle spaces. And like I said, we're not going to have like those blocks in the corners and going across. We're just going to leave it like this. And then we could start doing the doorway for the next room. Okay, and as you can see, I have still some white concrete, light gray concrete, brown concrete, gray concrete, and then the doorway is going to be pillar quartz block and a button. And you don't need to have like the gray concrete and the brown and light gray. If you don't want to, you can have whatever color walls and floors you want, but that's what I'm going to be using. So first off, we want to go right in the middle of this wall and cut out 4 or 5 spaces. So it's a 3 block wide doorway, and then we're going to have 4 spaces on each side of that. Then you could cut this up 4 more spaces, so it's 5 in total. There we go. Then you can switch to your pillar quartz block, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the corner is going to be the block that's like turned like that, and these are also going to be 2 blocks wide because we have our double walls. So we could push it back from the inside. And then we could cover up the corners with our buttons. Alright. And let me actually grab my stone bricks. We could bring this out 1 more block so it's like halfway on the doorway. Okay. And then let's switch to our gray concrete. And I'm going to fill all of this space in for the floors in this room. And you actually don't need to fill in this space right here because this is just going to be covered up with our walls. So I'm just going to leave 1 block of space around it. That could save a little bit of time. Okay, there we go. So now within all of this, we just want to fill it in with gray concrete. I'm also going to bring this out right here. Alright, that should be good. I think that's all. Here, let's bring this across. I think that's all going to be staying there, as well as like that and stuff. Alright, so I'm going to go around, fill all of this in so we have our floors. And then I'm going to do the walls. Alright, I just got the floors done. Now, what I want to do is switch to my light gray concrete and place one layer all the way around. So right at the bottom, just bring it all the way across. And then we could bring it 2 more blocks after that end stone brick. We'll do the same thing on this side. So right there. Okay, now on top of that, we want 1 layer of brown concrete, so just like a strip of brown concrete all the way around. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to switch to my light gray concrete again and bring this up to the same height as this white concrete that we had for the garage. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces of light gray concrete above the layer of brown. So I'm going to go around and fill all of that in. Alright, there we go. Now we brought all our walls up, so we have this room almost done. Now, let's go ahead and have our door frame here for the exterior. So, I'm going to switch to my pillar quartz block, and I'm going to start right here on the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. And then we just want to double it up, so another layer behind it, more towards the outside. And then we want to turn our block for the corner. And then bring these blocks right across in the middle. Then cover up the corners with our buttons. And that's going to be it for the doorway. Let's bring this back 1 block so we have half and half with the stone and the interior floor. Okay, there we go. Let's bring 2 more layers of light gray concrete above this doorway. And then we can switch to our white concrete and fill in the ceilings. And then I believe that's probably all I'm going to do for this video. So let me cover up the ceilings for this room. And then I'll go through and show you exactly everything that we did, so you are all caught up and you have everything the way that it should be. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh, it's getting dark. So I'll go through the house. And let's see, we're at the front side. Let me just go through the front door. So you walk in, and you have like this area here with this doorway. And then this is kind of like, I don't really know what it would be called, but it's kind of like the room before you actually walk into the house. And I'm going to have some tables on each side with lamps for light, as well as like flowers and flower pots. We're going to have a carpet here for more light. So you walk through, we covered up the ceilings on each side, and then we're going to have our balconies right on the edge of that white concrete. And then we brought our walls up as well as our door frames for this big area. And then we also did our floors, obviously. And then we'll go to this side. We got the hallway all done. And then we have this room here, which this could be a bathroom, a bedroom if you would like it to be a bedroom, or it could just be like a sitting area. I'm just gonna have it as a sitting area, but like I said in part 1, there's 6 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, but there's potential to have 10 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms. So this could be a bedroom if you want it to be one. But like I said, I'm just gonna have this as a sitting room. And then we have another bathroom here. And then we have our garage. And then this room, which we just finished back here. And before I end this video, let's actually, here, let me clear my inventory and let's switch to our quartz stairs. And do the crown molding on the ceiling of these rooms. Alright, so like that. And for the hallway, I actually just had a strip of what is it? Quartz stairs on each side. I think I might have actually wrapped it around there. Yeah, I believe so. Like that. So we have the hallway like that. Then this room. I didn't put any crown molding in the bathroom. You could if you would like. But normally bathrooms in real life don't have crown molding because nobody's really looking at the ceiling in your bathroom. They're just looking at it maybe in like the living room or maybe the kitchen and stuff. So for the main rooms, you're gonna have crown molding like that. And for the bathrooms, I'm not even gonna be worrying about it. And then we want to do the same thing for this room as well. We're not gonna be doing it for the garage either. And then we're also gonna have crown molding in the entrance. Like not really the entrance, like the front door, but the big open area. We're going to have crown molding, but I'm not gonna be worried about it right now because we still have to put our balconies. So I'll show you what I mean. If we go in here, like for this area, I'm gonna have crown molding, but we got to have our balcony first, and then the crown molding is gonna be like right along the edge of there, I believe. So first we'll put our balcony and then we'll worry about that. We're gonna do it for that side as well. Okay, I didn't know I did this. Let me do it here as well. And then this is going to be stopped right here. So that is good right there actually. I believe, yeah. Okay. So wrap this around. I believe so, because we'll have it one more block and then we have our doorway. So let's say if we bring it out one more block, then we have our doorway. Yeah, so that's good, right where it is. Alright, so I think that's going to be it for part 10. Yeah, there's a lot of parts for this build. The most parts I've ever had on a build before was the school, which had 9, and I believe this one might end up at around 15, and then we'll have the entire house done. And then I actually plan on starting to do a tour, like a separate video for a tour of my builds, so you can look forward to those. If maybe you're not sure if you want to build this, I'll do like an in-depth tour through the entire house to show you exactly what everything looks like, and I'll be doing that for the rest of my builds. So yeah, that is going to be it for part 10. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for part 10 on how to build this mansion. And if this did help you, be sure to please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in part 11. Later.
Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread, and I had